Okay, everyone. So let's keep going and let's go ahead and move on and go ahead and keep going with this example. I don't know why I repeated myself there. It's funny. All right, so we're learning about the paragraph location question. Now we're doing the fill the blank question. So it says, long before the invention of radar, blank had resulted in a sophisticated radar-like system in bats. All right. Radar, the word inaccurate. We're looking at the keywords in the questions. Radar and sonar, similar. That's a good word to remember. That's going to be easy to find for number 12. And echolocation, first used by someone. So number 13 is referring to a person or a profession. So I would probably, if I was looking at the paragraph, I would probably try to do numbers 12 and 13 first, because I think those are going to be easier to do. I think those are going to be a lot easier to do, because I just have to find a sentence that talks about radar and sonar, and then the word similar will connect to the answer. And then for 13, I'm looking for a person or profession that use echolocation. All right. So let's take a look and you'll see what I'm talking about. All right, I'm looking for a sentence, sonar and radar. Okay. Sonar and radar with the word something similar. Oh, here it is right here. Right here, the word similar. The sentence starts with the word but. But the underlying mathematical theories of radar and sonar, they are together, are very similar. So what's similar? The mathematical theories. The mathematical theories of sonar and radar are very similar. So what's similar? Mathematical theories. Right, here it is right here. But the underlying mathematical theories of sonar and radar are very similar. So what's similar? The mathematical theories. So that's what we would put as our answer for number, I've been looking at the wrong one. Our answer for number 12, similar mathematical theories. Again, the reason why I'm looking at this paragraph is because this paragraph is discussing sonar and radar, and all of our fill the blank questions are about sonar and radar. And if we look at paragraph C, paragraph B, paragraph A, there's nothing about sonar and radar. At the end of paragraph D, they mention something about sonar and radar. All right, so we know where our answers, our answers to these fill the blank questions are. We know where they are. All right, so let's keep going. And let's have a look at number 12. Echolocation first used by someone, working as. All right, so that's going to be pretty easy. And we know a fill the blank question goes in order. So we know this has to come after the previous question. Here it is right here. The American zoologist Donald Griffin, who was largely responsible for the discovery of sonar in bats, coined the term echolocation. I'm looking at the last sentence, everyone. Last sentence of paragraph E. Last sentence. The American zoologist. So that's a job, right? It says someone working as, right? So we're looking for a profession, right? So here's the word echolocation, and the profession mentioned in that paragraph is zoologist. All right, so the correct answer for number 13, working as a zoologist. Now, number 11, it says radar is an inaccurate term when referring to bats because. And actually, we now know number 4. Number 4 is paragraph E, because we have our invention, sonar and radar pioneers. They're talking about pioneers, talking about the people who invented it, who first worked on it. Right? Yeah. So, yes. So we know now that number 4 is paragraph E. We now know number 4 is paragraph E. So again, this is how we're able to do the paragraph location question. I'm able to get a good look at the paragraphs by doing the other questions, and then it helps me to know where the information is for the paragraph location. So number 4 is E, number 5 is D. So it looks like when we start doing this question, we're probably just going to have to find numbers 1, 2, and 3, which will be a little bit easier to do now. Number 11, radar is an inaccurate term when referring to bats because. Radar is an inaccurate term because. Inaccurate. Inaccurate is a good word to look for. That means wrong. They're incorrect. Here it is. In the middle of paragraph E, it says, it is technically incorrect to talk about bat radar since they do not use radio waves. Answer is radio waves. There we have do not use, right? And incorrect, which means inaccurate. It is technically, I'm in the middle of the paragraph, everyone. It is technically incorrect to talk about bat radar since they do not use radio waves. Inaccurate when referring to bats because radio waves are not used. Right? So that's how we do with our, we have that fill the blank question, right? We have our fill the blank question there. And then with number 10, it says long before the invention of radar, blank had resulted in a sophisticated radar-like system in bats. Long before, so that sentence talking about pioneers. That's probably where this is going to start from. Long before the invention of radar, blank had resulted in a sophisticated radar-like system in bats. So what resulted in a sophisticated radar-like system in bats? What did that? The sonar and radar pioneers. I know it's this sentence, everyone, because this question goes in order. And this sentence about it being it is technically incorrect. That sentence was used for the previous question, so we know this one has to come from this sentence here. It has to because, like I told you, the fill the blank questions go in order. The sonar and radar pioneers didn't know it then, but all the world now knows that bats, or rather natural selection working on bats, had perfected the system tens of millions of years earlier. All right, so our answer is natural selection. That's our answer to that last fill the blank question is natural selection. All right, so in doing that, we haven't forgot that we're doing a paragraph location question. We haven't forgot. We're going back to it now. All right, we're about to go back to it. But I'm just trying to give you an idea of the proper method and strategy for doing it. Now by circling the keywords and looking at it, we were able to find number 4 and number 5. Now we just have to go back and find numbers 1, 2, and 3. We're looking for a sentence talking about examples of wildlife other than bats. Wildlife means animals. So we're looking for examples of other animals. We're looking for something about early mammals. And we're looking for something about bats hunting in the dark. And directions are very important. It says you may use any letter more than once, right? Whenever you are allowed to use a letter more than once, it will tell you. Okay, they will tell you you are allowed to use this letter more than once. They will give you the directions to tell you that you're allowed to do that. All right, so let's see if we can find our keywords. Oh, I see one right now. Bats have a problem how to find their way around the dark. They hunt. Wow, right there. Okay. Remember I told you with paragraph location questions, it's really good sometimes to pay attention to your topic sentences because your topic sentences can give really good guidance for what a paragraph is about. And also in this paragraph, as we're scanning down, I just saw it caught my eye. There it is. Ancestry of all mammals. Mammals. Right? So that's talking about early mammals. So we have two answers in the same paragraph A. Bats and dark and hunt and ancestry of mammals, early mammals. That means that for number 2 and number 3 are both paragraph A. And I could put paragraph A for both because 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 the directions say I can. All right, so now I'm looking for a paragraph talking about examples of wildlife. So there should be a paragraph that talks about other animals. We're looking for a paragraph that talks about other animals. Well, here it is right here. Paragraph B. This paragraph is talking about insects, fish, whales, dolphins. All right, so that's going to be that's our paragraph talking about other wildlife other than bats. Okay. Yeah, so paragraph B. Because paragraph C doesn't have other animals, so I know it's not paragraph C. I don't see any other animals mentioned. So we know that number 1 is paragraph B. Okay? So that's how our paragraph location question works. Really important that you understand that. Okay? Really, really important that you understand that. That's how a paragraph location works. It works exactly that particular way. Okay? All right. So thanks a lot, and I will talk to you soon.